Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of SRX, the game. And in today's video, I'm going to take you guys through the simulating of the season. So I talked a little bit about this in our last video and mentioned that I was going to do a dedicated video to this very topic. And the reason I want to do this is because there are some options in here that I really enjoy about the career mode, and I think expands the career mode and makes it even more fun for someone like me who's interested in the whole simulation aspect of it and having different options and ways of playing through the career mode. So the 305 sprints are already finished, and we won the championship again, and I didn't run a single race. Our hired driver ran every one of the races. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to hop in the super late model, simulate those events with our hired driver, and see the progression of exactly how things go. Now the good news is, if you take a look in the top right hand corner, we have $134,000. So we're going to make some upgrades along the way. That's what we're going to be spending the money on, because I'm not quite done with the super late models just yet. I want a championship in the super late models, but most importantly, I just want to have more fun with a stronger, more upgraded car so we can have some more fun in the super lates, because those cars are very fun to drive, and on some of the tracks in particular, they are tons of fun to drive. So before we hop into the actual simulating of the races, let's head over to our facility. So we get a breakdown here. Our late model facility, this is the dirt late model that we're using right now. We are a level 3, and of course we're fully upgraded essentially on the performance of that car, so really nothing left to do there. The stadium truck we're really not messing with very much at all there, at least for now. In the 305 sprint, we're at a level 3, and we are fairly upgraded there. And you can see our driver, Tyler, in the bottom right-hand corner. He's at an A+. The driver's skill does progress over the course of a season, and hopefully we're about to see that in the super late. So over here in the super late model, Isaac isn't very good. He's actually an F in the super lates. Now it shows the 305 sprint skill for him, but every hired driver I've had the opportunity of getting has been an F to start off with in the super lates. So we're going to see how he progresses over the course of the season. So right now, the first thing I want to do here is we're going to use part of that 134,000. We're going to upgrade our facility to a level 3. Okay, so that gets us to a level 3, leaves us 84 grand. And then if we hop over to our personnel. So if we go over to, let's start with the team drivers. This is where you'll get an opportunity to see that everybody has a super late model skill of F as I scroll across. Everybody that we've unlocked so far. So it really doesn't matter from that perspective who we hire for the super late model. So we've got Isaac, and we're going to have him there. And then you can see those are the only 2 drivers that we've hired so far. Okay, so then we hop over to the business managers. We have recently unlocked Harold Fisher. You can see he is the best one. So we'll probably assign him at some point. Let's see, who else do we have? I might save Harold for the SRX series whenever we get there, but then again, we might have some others unlocked also by the time we get there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hire Harold. Let's go ahead and get him, and let's put him in the super late. So let's hop over to facilities, and we're going to edit the facilities. Becky is going to be replaced with Harold in the super lates. Again, you could maximize this by doing some different things. We're going to keep things simple. We're going to put Harold in right here. So now let's hop back over to our personnel. And that must not have upgraded just yet. Let's hop back over and see if it... Okay, yeah, there we go. We just needed to update it real quick. And now it shows Harold with the super lates. Now the facility managers. Let's see. Yep, we've just unlocked another. So Joe Rogers. All right, let's go back over to the facilities. Edit. And facility manager. We want Joe right here, I believe. Yeah, that'll be fine. Again, you can move these guys all over the place if you want to, but I think we're fine right here. And then finally, our public relations manager. Yep, we got a new one of those. We just unlocked Lance, apparently. So we'll go ahead and hire Lance. and put him there. So that's what all we're going to do as far as that goes right now, because I'm ready to get to some of the racing. So let's go ahead and hop back out. We're going to do a continue season. We're down to $72,900. So let's go over to the super late model. And this is, again, this is so much fun for me, because I really enjoy the additional options and some different ways you can play through a particular season. So now that we've got things loaded up, we need to choose where we want to do. I'm going to choose the challenging, because top 15, I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference between the top 15s and 18s. So let's just shoot for it. We'll see what we get. All right, we are the career options. Go ahead and pop those up real quick so you can see exactly what we're dealing with. We're on expert level difficulty, which is where we've been for nearly the entire time in the career mode, except for a few exceptions. So then we have options once we get to race number 1. If I click on start next event, I get to race this event. However, I also have the option to simulate it using our hired driver. And I absolutely love that idea. So we're not forced into simulating all the races, nor are we forced into running all the races. And what that means to me is that we could use this even in a season that we're running ourselves. So let's say we come to a track that, and this is particularly true in the super lates, we come to a track where it's just not that fun. And we found a few of those where it was just wide open, everything got spread out, and there wasn't a whole lot of racing. Well, we'll just simply send our driver to that particular race. And on some of the tracks where it was a lot of fun, maybe we run those ourselves. So I like the options rather than being, stuck there. And there's also a couple more options once you get to simulating using your hired driver, and we'll get to those in just a moment. But first, we want to hop over to the garage. We've got some repair work, but before we get to the repair work, I want to see what we've got. Do we have enough money for a level 3 chassis? All right, we need 92 grand for that. And again, I'm looking in the top right-hand quadrant. I'm sure there are some of you who would really appreciate it if I would purchase and pay for that durability. I'm simply not going to do it because it just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sure you can work some math out that may show different, but for me, it just does not matter. The repairs are just not that much. So, suspension, we do have enough for the level 3 upgrade, only 58 grand. So I'm going to go ahead, purchase that and equip it. And then of course that means we're going to come back over to, all right, so we didn't get a level 2 there. All right, let's go ahead and sell this part. Okay, we get a little bit of money from there, not a whole lot. Okay, excellent. That's going to give us what we need to reach a 3-star team, which is exactly what we want. We're working and getting there. All right, so now we need to do the repair work on the remaining parts. Let's go ahead and do that. Not a whole lot of money, 1,200 bucks there. And then our next goal will be upgrading that chassis. And then of course, we've also got the tires that we want to upgrade to a level 3. And then the most expensive part by far that we're going to have is the engine, 144 grand. So yeah, it's going to take a bit of time there, but that's perfectly fine. We're on our way. So next event, Stafford. Let's go ahead and send our driver, Isaac. Remember, he is an F on his skill level for this. So let's just see how he progresses over the course of the season. He's a moderate driving style, so let's go ahead and let him drive normally. And let's see what kind of options we get. Okay, no options at all there. There is an opportunity to get one more option that we can choose during the race or during practice, one of the two. We didn't get that today, but we got our top 15. Okay, we made 15,600, picked up 500 fans, and we're doing good. And you can also see his driver skill increased, and we'll find out exactly how much as we move along. But I'm very happy with that. We made some money. Everything is moving along. All right, so 15th with a terrible driver. All right, so we need to do some repair work, but first, I want to see, what is it going to take for the chassis? All right, 92 grand there, so it's very expensive. What about the tires? We have level 2 tires. All right, 29 grand. We can actually do this one right now. So let's go ahead and do that. We're working on getting everything level 3 as quickly as we can. Oops, hold on. Install that one. That's not the button I meant to hit. I meant to hit Y, did not. So we're going to sell these, get 5,300 back. Okay, so far so good. Now we've got enough to do our repair work. Let's get everything else repaired. Okay, awesome. Now we're up to 72% upgraded. We're going to send Isaac. And okay, he's still an F, but we know he got better. So I want to see how long it takes him to get to a D. Here we go. So we told him to drive normally. Now we get our option, and you only get one of these for the actual race session, or the race or practice. So we're having trouble at the race start. Any advice? I've been giving him, or in the other series, whenever I've been doing this, I've been giving him the option of, or the guidance to stay low and look for an opening, because basically that's how I drive the races. I'm trying to stay on the bottom as much as possible and simply work through the traffic as best you can. So stay low and try to work it out. So, okay, 12th. Excellent. And once again, you see that he's had a skill increase. We'll see if that got him from F up to a D or a D minus or not. But, okay, I'm happy. 12th position. Bringing home more money and working toward that next upgrade. So this is good for the career mode. More options, more capabilities, and it gives you more things to do over the course of a career. You're trying to upgrade the car. You're trying to get your driver upgraded. You're trying to upgrade your sponsors and upgrade all of your employees within the team. So everything is going well so far. Let's hop over here. And we know we're going to have a little while before we can upgrade either one of these to a level 3. I'm not going to mess with level 2. We're just going to go straight to it on level 3. So we get our repair work done. We are going to send Isaac. We're looking great for our sponsor goal. By the way, 4 top 15s in 5 races. So far, so good there. Okay, yes, we want you to drive normally. And let's see what we get. Do we get another option? Yes, we do. So this one is about, this is probably during practice. So the car is sliding in the turns. How do we handle it? Do we give him, we definitely don't want to tell him to lean into other cars and just turn it into a demolition derby. Try your best or slow down and be more cautious. I'm going to tell him to try your best. Let's see what he can do with that. Wow, that's not bad at all. Our best finish so far in 10th position. So apparently that was the right option. Okay, so far so good. This is actually better than what I was expecting, exceeding my expectations. Remember, we have a driver of the worst possible skill. So what happens when he starts getting better in his skill? So let's go ahead and do our repair work. All right, so once again, driving normally. All right, so practice laps. So after a few practice laps, we notice that we can get more speed with a looser setup, but the driver has less control. All right, do we want him to, I don't want him to push as hard as he can, because I feel like that's going to end up in reckless behavior and probably a terrible finish. Ride the fine line between speed and control, slow and control, finish right. Let's just have him ride that fine line. And let's see how that turns out. 11th position, once again, very nice. We add another 14 grand plus 700 fans, and I am very happy. Now, it does say under park condition, rough driving. That's certainly not what we want, but 11th position, hard to argue with that at this point in time. And yeah, okay, so there's your rough driving. Wow. So it looks like we're in for a bit of a fight. Now, here's where maybe they didn't think the career mode option through all the way, because it shows that this guy's coming after me as if I were the one driving the car rather than the hired driver. So a bit of a glitch there, maybe an oversight, but otherwise pretty funny overall. So 11th position, and apparently we had to put somebody into the wall to get it. Now we get to our first showcase event. And this is, okay, we're up to 41 grand. We know that's not enough for our level 3 upgrade. So we'll keep right on trucking with Isaac. And okay, now he's up to super late model skill D. So we're getting there. Took him 3 or 4 races to progress, but I'm certainly happy with that based on the finishes he's getting. 9th position, another $18,000, 2,000 fans. Everything is going really as best I could imagine it going at this point. I would not expect us to have these type of finishes at the level of upgrade we have in our car with a driver that's currently very bad. So yeah, this is better than I would have hoped for or imagined. So let's hop into, all right, we need to reset this. We're not quite ready for top 10s. I don't think 4 of 5. I don't think we're quite there. However, the difference in money, if we could make it happen, 3 top 12s out of 5. Let's just go ahead with the challenging. I'm not sure we're quite ready for that yet, but it's too much to pass up. All right, chassis is, all right, 92 grand. That might take us another couple of races to get there. And that's really the only one I'm interested in. I'm not going to look at any of these other possibilities. We're just going to stick with what's been working for us. All right, so oops, I do need to do the repair work real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to send, Isaac back over, have him drive normally. And let's see, do we get an opportunity? Nope, it goes straight to the finish. Top 10, I like it. Another 17 grand added to our bank account. 746 more fans. Man, we can accrue some money very quickly doing this. All right, so once again, and of course I've already forgotten because of course I have. 92, okay. So this should be one more race. All right, let's go ahead and do our repair work. Hopefully, if we get a decent finish here, then one more race will get us to the mid-90s in money. Okay, everything should be good. Drive normally. Let's try not to total anybody's car. The leaders are getting close, and it looks like we might get lapped. Well, that's certainly not what you want to hear. How do you want to handle this? I'm going to say ignore him. We don't want him to move over because he's probably going to give up positions as he's trying to let those guys through. So I'm going to say ignore him. Let them run their race, you run yours, and ouch. 16th position is not what we were looking for. 13,300. Ouch and ouch. 16th, to be fair, is more along the lines of what I was counting on for race finishes for us. Oh, we got a new facility manager option. Okay, I like that. Okay, not too bad. This is what I was really hoping for. We got what we needed as far as money to make this improvement. So, 92 grand. Go ahead and purchase and equip that one. Let's hop back over to our level 1. Sell that one. 4,500. Not bad. That's actually a lot more than I was expecting to get from that one. So we're at 7,200. We don't have to do any repair work. I'm going to go ahead and do the repair work. Didn't cost very much money anyway. So, all right, so now for our sponsor goal. 5 races, we need 4 top 10s. We have to have a top 10 in the last 3 races, but I think with our upgrades, we're in pretty good shape here, I think. The engine is the only thing that's lacking, so hopefully we'll have enough grip that we can make this happen. Notice also our driver skill. Isaac is now a D+, so he started at an F, he went to a D, now he's at a D+. All right, so come on, Isaac. We need good finishes. What do we get? Ooh, 6th. Okay, yeah, that will work. Made another 16 grand. Pick up 961 more fans. Okay, this is what we need. By the time we're ready to jump back in and drive the super late, it's going to be a very nice ride. All right, we don't have to do any repairs, so I'll go ahead and skip this one and move along. So drive normally once again. All right, what do we get? 9th. There we go. As long as it's in the top 10, it keeps us in the running for that sponsor goal. Okay, obviously we're going to have to do repair work this time around, but another 14,700. Money keeps just rolling right on in. A great season overall. All right, now we come to race number 10. So in case you're wondering, yes, race number 10 is the finale. So our final race of the season, and we've gotten some nice upgrades. We need to do some repair work, 3,500. No big deal there. Okay, let's hop back over. We're going to send Isaac to run this race. Although it's tempting to run it myself, we're not going to do that until next season. Once we get fully upgraded on this bad boy. And we got our top 10. A 7th place finish, $21,000 and 2,200 more fans. I mean, this has been awesome. The entire season. In fact, where did we finish in the points? We unlocked a sponsor for next season. We got our 27,000 for the bonus payout plus a manager bonus of $4,000. I mean, all of this, I mean, it's all coming up roses. Demand for rings merchandise explodes. That's what we want to hear. So basically, our career mode is awesome right now. We are coming up wonderful. So we finished 8th in the season points with some really great finishes. We really only had the one bad race. Other than that, everything was right around a top 10, if not a top 10. So we'll take an 8th place finish. We got some upgrades done, and now we are ready to move back into the dirt late model. So that's going to do it for today's video. Again, the purpose of today's video was to show you guys who might not be playing the career mode in the game just what some of the options are, and some of the options that I'm really enjoying. It adds a lot of depth for me to the career mode other than having to run every race yourself. So it opens up, answers a lot of questions for me about some of the options going forward, and maybe, who knows, in the future I might want to do a second playthrough and start all over again. And now I have a whole lot more knowledge that I feel like the game didn't tell us ahead of time. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and stick around for more career mode gameplay of SRX.